Hey y'all, Sherry G. Welcome back to the channel. For those of y'all who have sent me, I guess their little hearts or whatever, I've never gotten those before. So thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. It's the little um, super stickers. Thank you. I didn't even realize that I could get those on my channel because I haven't done any lives yet. I know you can to get them when you can get them when you do lives. I haven't done those yet, but thank you for the super stickers. And I haven't posted my Cash App or anything yet. Like I said, I'm still working on how to figure everything out and where I want to go with this channel. And I started off doing Love and Marriage Huntsville because, well, it's a pretty popular um, TV show that everyone watches, and I've been invested in it since it first started. So it was just nice to get on here and have some fun doing the commentary. And I really appreciate everyone who has subscribed to my channel, even those of you who haven't subscribed, but you listen because you do help push the channel. So thank you. I really appreciate if you are a listener, if you would go ahead and subscribe because that would help me even more. So anyway, I'm going to share some audio with you. Looks like Lou's had it with Tiffany and all of her questions. I think she just really pushed the pendulum when she was asking the questions to Sheree about if her pee was good enough. And you know how that whole thing went down with Lou and the guys. So it looks like he's pretty perturbed with Tiffany for, instigating all of that. So I'm going to share the audio with you in just a minute. But before I do, keep in mind that the views I express in my commentary afterwards, it's alleged, it's my opinion, and it's for entertainment, fair use, and all that jazz. So take a listen to the audio, and I'll be right back with my commentary.
But one thing that I do stand firm on is I've tried many times to extend myself to Mel and Martell and to offer any sort of expertise or experience when it relates to a blended family. I know from Mel, it doesn't even bother her that she's been around their children. And at what point is Mel going to be open to meeting her?
Why does it matter?
Because, babe, I think it's healthy for their relationship.
That's not your place, though, babe. How many times has Mel reached out to you and asked you for advice?
Okay.
I'm just asking. How many times has she reached out and asked for co-parenting advice?
She doesn't.
Huh?
She doesn't.
So sometimes people have to be receptive. Anyways, are we clear? Don't put me in no...
Hey, so what did y'all think about Lewis and Tiffany's conversation? Let me tell you this. I'm glad Lewis had the conversation with Tiffany because she needed to be told. You heard him say at the end not to get him involved in any more of her ish. So yeah, I'm glad he spoke with her about it. I just don't get why she's pushing this agenda. I really don't. I really think it's a storyline, just drummed up, made for TV, because she's pushing too hard. And I don't know how you guys feel, but in my opinion, Tiffany's been pushing extra hard this season. And allegedly, the grapevine has it that that's exactly why she's pushing so hard, because she was told that she had to give it some more oomph because she was on the verge of losing her job. And you can kind of tell it's some because she's really coming out there. I mean, hey, she's going to ask the questions that we all want to know, but there's a time and place for everything. And the baby shower, that wasn't the time, that wasn't the place to be discussing that. Well, actually, she wasn't a part of the baby shower. But anyway, at the magazine event, at the celebration, the re-celebration of Martell magazine cover event, that's where she had the conversation with Sheree. To me, that wasn't the appropriate time or the place, actually. It wasn't the appropriate time because she didn't know Sheree that well. That's a conversation you have with girlfriends. If someone's your girlfriend, I could see you having a conversation with someone that you have that type of relationship with. But she and Sheree, they don't have a relationship. So I feel like the question was totally inappropriate, especially when you're trying to get to know someone. But anyway, we know Tiffany. So When Lou proceeds to ask her, like, why is she making this her business? She says, and those are my words, not his, but she says because she wants to give expertise or give her expertise on how to operate a blended family. What makes Tiffany the expert? Now, from a viewer's perspective, my perspective, and I'm sure a lot of other people might agree with me, and then there's going to be some others who have their views. I just don't see it as far as her being the expert, the person that someone would go to, Melody or anyone else, to get advice on how to operate in a blended family. Because from what I've seen on the TV, on the show, what they've showed us so far anyway, there's nothing that would point to her being an expert. We haven't really seen her operating that much with the family. We haven't seen that much of her and Lou, that much, as a couple, as a family. We know that they're a blended family, but we just haven't seen their interactions as far as being the blended family is concerned, and not enough to tell us that she's an expert. Granted, I know that she and Mel have a friendship outside of the show. I know that Melody was the one who helped her to get on the show because of the relationship they had outside of the show. So, Melody would be the one to attest to how she operates, as far as being in a blended family situation. But I still don't think that Melody would go to her for advice on how to do it. And here's why. Because Tiffany says that she thinks that them getting to know each other and learning how to operate as a blended family would be healthy for their relationship. The problem is, Sheree's a temporary situation. And I feel that Melody would reject any advice from Tiffany for that reason. Because just like us viewers could see that Martell is not really into Sheree, Melody could see it. And not only that, it's all of the other things that are happening outside of the show as far as the things that he's doing, to get her back. So she knows that, well, something's not right. And she probably, I don't know. Anyway, I'm just going to leave that there. But as far as what we see on the show, and anytime someone is asking Martell questions as it pertains to his relationship with Sheree, he can never really come out and give really a straight answer. He kind of skates around it, and he pumps her up to be a beautiful woman. She's smart, she's intelligent, she's all of this, she's a great friend. They're just having fun. And when we've seen them together, you could kind of see the energy between them wasn't that great, especially on his behalf. Now, Sheree, I feel that they may have started off with some awkward energy between them, but I feel that Sheree actually took a liking to him, because it just seems like her energy towards him started changing toward the end, where she was being affected by the fact that he was really not paying her any attention, that he didn't call her up and introduce her to his friends, that he kind of went walking around, at the celebration for the magazine cover, and he was working the crowd and just left her like to try to figure it out on her own. And when they were sitting on the couch the next day, she was going in like for the hug and everything, and he was kind of backing away. So her energy was more into him than his was into her, and quite frankly, by his own words. So when Tiffany's saying that it would be healthy for their relationship, why would you want to introduce a temporary situation to the children? They've already been through a lot. They're already trying to process a lot. They have a brother that is not between their mom and their dad, but between another woman and their dad. They got to figure all that out. They got to process all that and make it make sense. They're still working through all of that. And the fact that now they're not living in the home together, they got to work through all of that. And Melody and Martell, they're still working on how to co-parent together and do it in a peaceful way. Make it make sense. Like, why would they want to even consider talking about being a blended family when they haven't gotten past the point of being able to co-parent peacefully together? So no, Tiffany, you're not the expert because you can't see how this woman is a temporary situation, and that would be unhealthy for the children to be subjected to, because that means that she's going to be here for a little while and we're going to get to know her. Then she's going to be gone and someone else is going to come along, most likely. And these children have already gone through a lot of change in the last 3 years. So I'm not feeling Tiffany on that. And again, just listening to this whole thing, and the more I sit back and sit with it, I really think it's just a drummed up storyline that really isn't working. It's not working. Come on, Tiffany and Lou, what's going on in your life for real? Open up the doors to your home and let us in, please, because these drummed up storylines just ain't working. So I don't know, guys, what do you think? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Please like this video if you haven't. Subscribe to the channel. I'd love to have you here. Hit the notification bell because I will be back. Until then, ciao.